Hey guys, Huzzy here bringing you another video, and no, this is not like a dream. I am playing TEEMO on the main account in ranked. So this game was played during the subathon, and it was a pretty crazy game. You know, by the video title, I think I'm going to give it away because it makes it more exciting. My TEEMO is legendary, so you're going to watch the first few minutes of this game and whatevers, and go, what the hell? If you're also wondering why am I muting everybody, so people in Champion Select, they knew each other or they just had a game with each other. They were kind of raging at each other in the Champion Select, and the moment I was like, oh, another top lane difference, I just muted everybody just so I could be like, I'm just playing my own game. Just to also say, by the time that I was playing this video, we had been easily streaming over 12 hours. So I was quite tired at this point. It is surprising, you know, I guess it might not be. Stationary in a chair basically for 12 hours, not moving a lot, is going to make you tired, even if you're not active. It's the other way. Like sometimes when you're exercising a lot, you get tired. But then when you're not doing anything and you're just streaming for that long, you also get tired. So I was quite tired at this point. And if you're wondering why did we play TEEMO, it was a goal of the stream. So hitting the 6-hour mark, the stream could pick what champion I play. Oh, also I just didn't realise there is music in the background. Again, I was obviously... This was during the night portion that I couldn't talk, so I had to play music just so it wasn't complete dead air, and I couldn't separate, again, sorry if you hear a lawnmower, really bad timing, but I couldn't separate the audio from, you know, the video, but hopefully you guys won't mind too much. The 6-hour goal was the chat gets to decide what I play, and as you probably would imagine, TEEMO won. And yeah, the others, again, it wasn't really for YouTube content, as I could tell. If I knew this was going on YouTube, I wouldn't have played music to make it more YouTube-y. The subathon was for Twitch. It was a subathon, and it went very well. You know, another goal was to play Rengar, Lee Sin, and Gangplank. I'm not sure if we actually got the Lee Sin done, so I'll have to do that over the next couple of days. But I didn't record either the Gangplank or Rengar game. That was literally just for the actual stream itself. But the matchup, TEEMO versus Kled. Again, do I know TEEMO that well? Not really. I've played him here or there over the years, and TEEMO is one of League's easiest champions to play, and he's you know, it's an annoying champ. He's there to poke. He's there to deny. He's basically there to deny the fun out of the other person. And Kled, you know, he's an all-in champion that relies on his auto attacks, and I already knew the counter to this would be when he's on top of my face whacking me with his W, that's when I should Q him, because that would get rid of his W, the main damage source of Kled. So I knew I had to do that. But obviously, TEEMO always attracts jungle attention. You know, if I'm playing in League and I'm even in mid lane, I'm like, ooh, I want to probably go top lane because he's an easy kill. He's really squishy. A lot of the time it's like this, that you're overextending, you're over pushing because you're pressuring your opponent. It's the common thing of TEEMO top. Obviously, I go Ignite. He went Teleport, so he should just go back at this stage to deny me any chance of first blood. I, from memory, don't think he goes back, or maybe he does. But yeah, that's really the key, because people have said to me over the years, how do you then beat TEEMO? It's just to deny his denying, if that makes sense. Don't go down to a TEEMO's level of, I have to fight you, I have to kind of deal with you. Kind of just realize that he's designed to beat your lane phase. Meanwhile, I do overstay a bit in top lane and wasn't expecting the full engage, which I should have. I do flash away. He is coming after me. Meanwhile, we do have potential help coming. I ignite turn to make Skarl disappear, which was perfect timing. He does flash go aggressive, and I survive. So there's first blood. Lovely teleport by Mordekaiser. But it was good by me of like going aggressive when I did to get him off Skarl, because that actually delayed him enough that Mordekaiser showed up. He could have just eat away with Skarl and then he was free, but he couldn't. He also could have maybe flashed away. Meanwhile, another kill may be happening mid. He could have flashed away, but he decided to go aggressive on me. And obviously, as we all know, if someone goes aggressive with flash and it doesn't work, that's really good. Because that will partially tilt the person going aggressive. Like, oh god, I went aggressive and I didn't even get the kill. Oof. And he used teleport too, and he died straight away. So there's the zoom on the BMO. Again, I was going to use Little Devil, but the whole Twitch chat was like, no, use BMO. I'm like, okay. Apparently BMO is popular. And just so people are aware, I was wearing the TEEMO hat on recording this video. I didn't have camera on anything, because again, by this time it was probably like 2 or 3 a.m. in the morning. And, you know, I could have had the camera on technically, but I had it off because I legit just wanted to like turn the bright light off and just chill for a bit. But yeah, again, subathon wise, I know I've thanked you guys already, but I thank you guys again, even if you're just a YouTube watcher. It was really cool. And And yeah, it went really well. But next time I do a subathon, we'll definitely put it in a time that I'll be doing it in the day. No, doing it at a time that I can talk in the night. Also starting it earlier in the day. Instead of starting at 1 p.m, probably start it about 10 a.m. So if I do have to stop talking, well, at least it's 3 hours less earlier, then, I have to stop talking. So bot lane gets a kill with the alongside the help of the Nocturne. Draven, I don't know if Draven got it or he got as an assist. Oh no, Draven's dead. It's on the enemy team. So that's good. There is a bit of return killing, but a 2-for-1. AD carry dies, but both of the bot lane dies. That's not too bad. I do kind of get a pattern that Kled likes waiting in that bush, so I do throw a ward in there, which is effective. Again, if there's a pattern on your opposition, meanwhile, this Nocturne's popping off. If there's a pattern emerging that, oh, that person loves sitting in that bush, throw a ward in there. Again, if you're ever against a Rengar top lane, have those bushes warded. It's legit the counter. You can see he wants to return to that bush, but because we now have it warded, he can't be in there for free. He goes aggressive. I'd say a little bit weird timing, but his damage output was good because I couldn't get any return on, unfortunately. Just with how the cooldowns, I guess, worked at the time. But yeah, obviously, just to goes without saying, again, this was a roughly Diamond 1 quality game. I'm playing on the main account. I do not, and I want to say this now, I do not recommend you guys to do what I'm doing. Just randomly going on a champion that I don't really play. And meanwhile, what happened there, and boom, we'll get killed, was the Kled played that really well. Just to explain before I finish the point, he was Wing, but I blinded it, so he just waited. He waited for the blind to finish, and then he finished me off with the rest of the W, etc., or did the damage of the W. So that was really good by Kled. But yeah, I do not recommend people to just randomly go on something like TEEMO in their ranked games. It's not a good idea. We did it for a bit of fun, and yes, it could have backfired, and yes, it technically is a bit BMing my teammates because it's their rating on the line as well. But as always, I am confident to play pretty much anything at my main level rating. So again, if you just watch the game through, you'll realize, oh, it went fine. But the video title might give that away a bit too. Again, I normally don't like doing video titles that give away that type of thing. But TEEMO, it's a bit hypier when I don't play the champion, and for some reason TEEMO always does very well with views. Why does TEEMO do well with views? Is it because everyone knows I hate him, so everybody tunes in when I play TEEMO? I'm not really sure. Nocturne going for another bot lane gank. He decides to go for the Nami. Draven on the side, so Nocturne gets a solo kill on the Nami, no assists, and Draven now out of position, so he will go down too. That was the pattern of this game from memory of the lane phase. Meanwhile, I'll do a little bit of a jig. Again, meta right now is jungle and bot lane. Mainly the jungler going bot lane, and that's what Nocturne did. He went bot lane pretty much every gank that he had ultimate up. Kha'Zix gets the Nocturne in the river, but then the Kha'Zix ends up getting killed by the Pyke, and as you can see, Ezreal got the joint gold because Pyke finished him off with ultimate, I believe. So going to be a little bit on the back foot now. When you just get killed by somebody, you're a little bit down in XP, you're like, oh god, he could maybe kill me again. It was a partial mistake by me being a bit out of position, and it was also Kled playing it well. But if the Kled has the capacity to do that and be smart enough to like wait out the blind, he'll just do it again. Really nice that he got hit by a mushroom there, so that's great. Getting out of range, and he's nearly off his mount. Again, that's the power of Kled, obviously, is when he's on his mount. So the more that you can demount him, the better. It's that obvious. And that's why, in top lane, a lot of the time, yes, dueling and trading is a big thing, but if you're against a Kled, fighting him and trying to get good trades is more important than pretty much any matchup. Meanwhile, you can see Nocturne bot lane again, getting a second solo kill on Nami. No one's getting any damage on the Nami, he's just killing her herself. Huzzy cannon, second one in a row. Kled's disappeared, and I am kind of just thinking, oh, maybe he's going back to ultimate mid lane or ultimate bot lane, and also I got to be careful of him ulting back in top lane. It's a big thing that he does all the time. Mordekaiser getting ganked, but obviously ultimates his mid laner opposition. Doesn't survive enough. I think Vlad just hid under the tower, and Kha'Zix just waited around for him to stay around. You can see that Kled ultimate happened, and he's down in the bot lane. He does have teleport up. That's why he's going for this play. It's kind of like a Shen. That Shen running teleport. Ult's bot lane, does the whole play there, and then just teleports back to top lane. That's what a Kled can do. He can ultimate bot lane, try do something, then TP back to top. It doesn't really lose him anything, nothing much at all. Meanwhile, he's going aggressive on me again. Again, he's waiting out the blind. So he waited out the blind this time, but this time I had Ignite, so my damage return was a little bit high, and he was in minions, so he couldn't do the big play then. I'm doing a bit of damage, not sure if I'm going to have enough damage to actually kill him. And right now I'm kind of thinking maybe he'll think I'm going to go back, so should I just wait in a bush? So I think I do that a bit. I'm not convinced at this stage that we're going to get this kill. Remember, though, this is a not terrible situation for me because he just came back. Meanwhile, he throws a ward in the bush. He just came back with teleport. So if I have to make him base again, he just wasted his teleport timing. So that's not too bad. He is going to do a bit of damage, but we actually get more damage than him. But I'm going to be very careful because very soon he's got Skull back. He is running into mushrooms, but that's about that. So again, he got Skull back because of the aggression. And again, that's the weird thing about Kled. You have to play aggressive to get your pet back. If you play passive when you've got your only Kled, you're actually incredibly weak. But if you go aggressive, you can get Skull back, the lizard. You can get him back in literally a second or so if you just go purely aggressive and just attack, attack, attack. So that's what good Kled players do. And yeah, this guy wasn't bad. You can definitely tell he knew what he was doing on the champion. I don't think he'll stay around too long. And boom, we get another bit of farm. Hey, there we go. Pyke in the top lane does confuse me a little bit at this stage because the enemy bot lane is there. We're kind of snowballing off the enemy bot lane. So why is Pyke top? Continue the snowball off the bot side. But he does go for a play. He doesn't get anything. He does have ultimate, so he's probably looking for that. We are coming in to try and get something here. He potentially... I'm not going to say he went too early, but maybe what happened there was he had to go. He does miss the E, but he's very low health, and we will pick up a kill. So it's been worth, but as I mentioned, is maybe, yes, we got a kill on Kled. Awesome, but could they have killed bot lane again in that time? Maybe, and obviously there, the meta is killing bot lane, not top. But, you know, I'm happy that I got joint kill gold in that. It's a bit extra gold that I normally wouldn't have, which is cool. So we're now 0-1-2, so we do have 2 assists. We've died once in that, you know, obviously the big mistake that we made and the Kled playing it well. Huzzy cannon. Hey, we get a cannon, everybody. Throw a like on the video if you like that. I get that cannon. Going to clear out the ward. I don't even remember if that was my ward or not. I don't think so. Nocturne going for another ultimate, goes for a Vladimir. Always a bit of a weird target to go for, if I'm honest, but they will get it. Again, in theory, Vladimir should be able to W... at the right time to avoid certain things. But from memory, if Nocturne gets on the Vladimir, puts his fear... Also, I have no idea how long that guy was waiting in that bush. Like, even I remember the Twitch chat going, how long was Kha'Zix there? He was in a bush, and obviously he stealthed out of the bush. So he was in that bush. He might have been in that bush since we killed that Kled. I think he might have been, because how else would he have been there? Meanwhile, Nocturne's going for the play, both flash away. Mordekaiser does steal the Kha'Zix, and I don't think he's got anywhere to go. He doesn't have the E to jump over the wall, and we do get a nice kill there. So it worked out. But yeah, so Kha'Zix legit must have been there since Pyke was there, and they were going to go for a bait play, but then Pyke showed up. So how weird's that? Like, it must have been at least over a minute of waiting in a bush. Again, that is something that maybe I should check the replay to confirm. Again, okay, let's do that. If I can, in editing on the screen right now, I'll put the result on was Kha'Zix waiting in there for like a minute. So I am making my way to top lane. Mordekaiser having a bit of trouble with him. Nocturne, if he didn't come, Mordekaiser was dead, so that's great to see. And now me and Nocturne will probably go for the tower. Maybe I should have gone to mid lane, however, because Vladimir, you can see, is in mid lane getting tower plates there. But I guess the priority is killing top. Meanwhile, my bot lane get a 2v2 kill, no jungle interaction, they do get a kill. But yeah, maybe actually top lane was fine because the plates are about to go in 20 seconds and we kill the first tower of the game. So yeah, no, that's probably fine. I doubt the Vladimir is going to have enough power to kill the tower at this stage. So TEEMO, going to try and do a bit of jungle pressuring. Again, the part of the damage, again, TEEMO's damage sometimes is a bit weird. That you can see TEEMO do the most damage in the game, but it's because he's put random shrooms in places. It is what you should do, but the damage sometimes is a bit misleading because, you know, generally people's damage is really relevant damage. When the damage is going off, something happens. But if someone just runs in the jungle, gets hit by a mushroom, and they end up getting killed, they end up not getting killed, nothing bad happens, well then that's just damage for doing nothing. It's just adding to your damage number, but not actually giving you anything for the victory of the game, if that makes sense. So it is a bit sometimes deceiving what TEEMO's damage is. It is high though. If you have a mushroom field in late game, it's not damage to laugh at. It is actually quite a lot of damage, and especially if, again, the best way to play TEEMO, sorry, is controlling objectives with mushrooms. Oh, you want Baron? Okay, let me put up a mushroom field around Baron, because as the enemy team is running in, that is what we just spoke about. That is relevant damage. They are walking in, getting hit by mushrooms, and then by the time the enemy team are in the team fight, they're all low health by the mushrooms. That's fantastic. Much different than just walking randomly into a mushroom in the jungle and it's like, oh, well, I'll just lifesteal like 2 seconds later. Meanwhile, you can see Mordekaiser just altered the Kazakhs if you saw on the minimap. Very aggressive play by Mord. Don't know if that's going to pull off. I am just going there. Potentially Kazakhs was there, but he's not. Kled is below the play that Mordekaiser just killed the Kazakh, so he did get him in the end. First item, by the way, Leandri. That's just to help my dueling pressure on a Kled, because he is surprisingly tanky without even building tank items, because, you know, he's building health, phage, and stuff like that. So that will be good for that. Throwing, as you can see, more mushrooms in this area, because the likely place I'm going to get killed is not really in a 2v1 at this stage. It's more likely Kazakhs will come top, or someone will come top and kill me in the 2v1, not the 1v1 versus Kled, I should say. I'm going to go for a bit of stealth. I, by the way, 100% know the Kled is in that bush. I know this, because I think I had vision roughly at the whole time of the bush, and just a gut feeling of he's in that bush. So I am just going to wait. If you kind of keep a close eye, boom, you just saw him leave the bush. So I kind of knew he was in there the whole time, because, yeah, Kazakhs was in the area again. They're looking for that 2v1 kill, and I'm just not letting it happen. The play, obviously, you can see on the enemy team is quite good right now. And just to remind you guys, by the title of the video and everything, oh, your team is stomping Huz, you're not going to do anything. Remember, Huzzy's TEEMO is legendary. Keep that in mind. That's all I'm saying. A lot more happens in this game, apparently. Right, so Kled's going to push up, but I decide just to kind of go for it. He is teleporting, so I'm just going to give him a little bit of a love tap. Again, blind him, you know, while he's teleporting, just in case, like, he was, you know, auto-attacking straight away. He wasn't, but my team is now on the back foot. Obviously, as a TEEMO, don't have teleport, so this is where I just have to push like crazy. Hopefully nothing incredibly bad happens, and this is always the guilty feeling when you're playing, especially top. You're not running teleport, that your opponent is. Boom, you can see has gone really bad. 3 of my teammates died, no one on the enemy team died. It's just like, oh, I couldn't have gone help. So that is the bummer when you're running Ignite or Ghost or something on Darius and your opponent has teleport. It's like, ugh, I'm sorry. Especially that you haven't really beat that opponent with that summoner spell yet. But the Ignite is useful throughout the game. So I am pushing a little bit. Nocturne goes for a 2v1 potential. A little bit risky because the damage is going to be quite high, but Draven was tanking the tower. Then the Nami, I don't believe, has the damage to finish off him in time. Again, watching bot lane. Remember, I was very tired at this point of the stream, so a little bit sleeping there, watching the bot lane. Get caught out by Kled. I just flash. I don't want to risk anything. He might have had flash, but he doesn't decide to follow me. So I just go back. Again, got a decent amount of gold. Need to continue suspending this. Go for tier 2 boots because that is important. And I am now going to go for the Gnasher's Tooth, the attack speed build, because that, you know, can get me more procs and stacks, whatever, of my poison, or if it's called a poison, and then Leandri's is on people for a longer time. And, you know, TEEMO, his auto attacks aren't terrible. Rift Herald is done, which makes me a bit nervous for top lane. Are they going to come top? Which is definitely a possibility. So I'm just going to throw a mushroom behind me. If they come top lane, they go that way, well, then at least they'll be hit by a little bit of damage. And obviously, I don't know, a partial counter. I could try and stand still under the tower. It probably wouldn't work. But yeah, you can try and do it. Mordekaiser has been walking in vision, so they know he's top lane right now. Gonna just walk in these bushes and just see if anyone's here. And they are. They're in there. And Kazakhs is top lane again. So this Kazakhs loves waiting in bushes. I did get my shroom off. So I've died again. I'm now 0-3. Kazakh's very low near the bot side. We do get an assist off the Kled, and that obviously makes Mordekaiser stronger by stats. And remember, they were probably doing that play. I get the kill because of the mushroom, by the way. So that was nice. And again, that is a useful mushroom that you put randomly in the jungle. But yeah, so that was good. First kill on the board. So I'm 1-3-3, 129 farm. We're going to get the tier 2 in top lane. But yeah, they were probably doing that play again, standing in a bush for like 30 seconds, kill me, then use Rift Herald top lane. That was probably the plan. Didn't go to plan though, because Mordekaiser was nearby. Anyway, play happening. Draven getting maybe caught out by the pike. He does get stunned as well. Ezreal ultimate coming through. Pretty low health by the Draven. Ultimate's the completely wrong way. Do not know what that was about. Nami now on the back foot. Probably going to get killed. Pike has to be a little bit careful. No, he doesn't. Very low health though. And that will be that. So again, game's going well in general for bot lane, for mid, everywhere. Top lane's been a bit rough. Kazakhs has liked us a little bit. But nothing to complain about majorly. Again, when you're playing TEEMO, you've got to accept you're a magnet for getting killed. People want to kill you. You're TEEMO. Same when you're playing Vayne or you're playing Draven or Yasuo. There are certain champions in the league that it's one, people just like killing them. Secondly, You can't underestimate I know it's a weird topic to talk about because stereotyping is not normally a good thing, but stereotyping, I guess, is a thing for a reason in League of Legends, that certain champions, mains, one tricks, etc., a lot of them behave in the same way. You know, a Draven main generally rages more than the average person. A Yasuo main generally tilts more than the average person. These are things that I think most of us can agree with, and you're a rarity if you're not in that pattern. Meanwhile, Kled going aggressive, overly aggressive if we're honest, gets feared by Nocturne. Nocturne having a great game does help the Ezreal get the kill. But yeah, so killing a 0-7 Draven is probably going to be quite tilted. Ganking a TEEMO is something that people want to kill. So I am thinking he's 0-7. I can definitely take this Draven on right now, and he is still near the area. He's near the mushrooms. He doesn't hear a mushroom, and he backs away. So I'm thinking, literally, I'm in my chair going, are you serious right now? He doesn't go for any? Because if he hit that mushroom over there on the right, I would have gone for him, like 100%. He backed away. Like, really though? Come on. So Nami, okay, Nami, we're springing the trap. Nami, she avoids all the mushrooms. It's like, what? So that was really unfortunate. Literally, I'm sitting here at like 3 a.m. streaming, over 12 hours, kind of going, really? Like, you can't be serious right now. But yeah, so we're going to continue top lane. So we just lost like over 10 farm by waiting in a bush, but you know, TEEMO things. Nocturne ultimate happens in the bot side. I don't think they get the kill. Never mind, Ezreal a lot more stronger than Draven gets the kill on him. Lovely. I'm going to push the top side, which again is a bit risky because if I get 2v1 I'm in trouble, but I'm just expecting, because of the pressure in bot side, no one's going to be top. So, and we're correct. The Kled's bot lane, Kha'Zix's bot lane. So we're just going to go top. We're going to try and break the base. So again, split push TEEMO style. And again, just to remind everybody, the title, if you've forgotten, we're 1 kill right now. We do get legendary at some point. Again, I hardly remember this game, so I'm waiting for it to happen myself. I don't remember what happens. So yeah, we're waiting for that. Mordekaiser doing a bit of spring cleaning, gets 1 kill on the Nami. Think he used the ultimate on the Nami. Rift Herald goes down bot side. I'm going to just go to the mid lane to see if I can get them the tier 2. Because so far I've just been an objective bot. I helped get the tier 1 tower first blood in top lane. I got the tier 2 low, and then other people finished it off, and now we broke in the little bit of the base tower in top side. I was going to wait in that bush, by the way, which, you know, I should have, I guess, because look what's happening now on the minimap. Kled's there, but then a half-ish health Kha'Zix. I'm pretty sure I could have killed him, but alas, it's not going to happen. Draven in the bot side by himself, pretty tilted most likely. We're going to go for it again. A little bit of a confused player because they're called Best Anivia EU. That is not an Anivia, I can confirm for everybody. And he will go down. And there we go. There is my second kill on the board now, ladies and gentlemen. It is beginning. Dun dun dun. Gonna go back and probably buy my Nashas. The dabbing penguin is there and dabbing, I guess. Kha'Zix trying to stop the Kled. Kled does get the tier 1, sorry, in the mid lane, which is probably worth, even if he dies. He doesn't die, though, and he will be on his jolly way. 2-item power spike by TEEMO, everybody. Be careful. Shaking your boots. The damage is now here. Baron is being pinged by the my team. We do it quite quick, because Nocturne is very fed. Obviously, you wouldn't want Nocturne to be tanking it, though, because the person that tanks the Baron obviously does half health to it. Or half damage to it, sorry. But this is where TEEMO, as we've mentioned time and time again, this is where he comes into his own. They want to come into the Baron pit, you got to walk through my mushrooms. Feel free to come and have fun. So they are doing the Baron. I'm picking, again, always look at the Baron's health yourself. Meanwhile, we kind of predict where the Kha'Zix is going at this point. Pyke nearly does a wonderful prediction, doesn't get it. I get the kill on him. I'm going to go for the Nami. We do get the Baron in the end, by the way, I'm pretty sure. But I'm now being left alone, and we get a triple kill. There we go. Vladimir was thinking about going aggressive with me, but I just want to keep the Baron buff. So there we go. Triple kill. We're now 5-3-3. 150 farm. And again, all of those kills potentially have been after I've died 3 times. I might have been 0-3 at one stage. Draven hits a mushroom. He hits a second mushroom. Get an assist on him. Would have been nice to get that kill, but there we go. Vladimir's still in the area, and I think I will decide just to back out any second. But yeah, I think I was 0-3. I might have been 1 and 2. I don't remember. I'm going to just stay in the area. They know I'm here because of that ward. They also have a control ward in that bush that I'm not going to clear. I just want to steal the blue. Again, be annoying, take objectives from the enemy team. Again, they don't really have anything that like craves a blue buff. It's a Vladimir doesn't need blue, or Kled doesn't need blue, or Kha'Zix doesn't really need blue. So it's not like a crazy good thing, but it's worth doing. So I'm going to buy my item for my Morellonomicon, just continuing the damage pattern of the champ. Again, kind of like on-hit TEEMO, if you will, a little bit. You know, you got the burn from the Andre, you have then the grievous wounds coming from the Morello eventually, so it does help with that regard. Again, I can't control the camera, so that will be me occasionally tabbing out. Again, that is the only disadvantage, I guess, to the POV commentaries, is I'm watching what I did. Again, let me know in the comment section what type of, when I'm doing a replay commentary, what type do you prefer? Do you prefer the POV ones like this? That's the footage. I don't know why he did that to me. Do you prefer the footage of like me going over what I did and you get my perspective? Or do you prefer the replay file? Let me know. I have a funny feeling it will be this, the POV commentaries, and for the pro play and the challenger breakdowns, you know, the replay style is good for that. Meanwhile, doing a bit of damage to the Draven just to make sure he's not full engaging. Mordekaiser's fighting someone as ultimate. I'm just throwing a couple mushrooms down. I get the Q off on the Kazakhs, by the way. Get that kill. I'm now dominating. Vladimir, big ultimate coming through. Get an assist on the Draven. Gonna go for the Vladimir. He's got a double kill. He hits a mushroom. I'm like, oh, is he dead? I go for the flash. He died anyway before my flash even got a kill. And godlike. Sorry, I thought that was legendary. No, we are now godlike. So I think godlike is 6 kills in a row. So I presume that means I had 1 kill before we started this big spree, and I died after that 1 kill, I think. But Infernal Dragon is now about. So me and Nocturne are going to head over there after this whole craziness has happened. Again, craziness weirdly sometimes does favor a Draven, because like all craziness, Draven could just randomly get 1 little kill. I do hit a mushroom, by the way, take the Nami over to half health. He can just get 1 kill in all the craziness and kind of make a comeback. So it's risky, but also craziness is good for a TEEMO too, because there's people running everywhere and they can just randomly run into your mushrooms, so that's not bad either. So I am very close to that. I do decide just to sell the Doran's Ring at this stage and buy it. Maybe here I should have waited for a control ward, but I decide not to for whatever reason. Again, probably not thinking completely straight. And we will just return to the map. So again, score-wise, we've got more farm than Kled, and KDA-wise, we're looking a lot better than Kled, even though he had dominating lane phase a little bit. And obviously what would have helped is my team had a great game in general, sure. But, you know, we were always kind of there as TEEMO. We weren't incredibly behind the Kled. And TEEMO he's a lane bully, sure, but he's also a scaling champion. I'm not going to say he's a hyper carry, obviously, but he does have late game capabilities. The mushrooms do a lot of damage in late game. His auto attacks and the blind is useful for late game, you know. When an AD carry has 5 or 6 items, you blind that AD carry for 2 seconds, you're really reducing the usefulness of that AD carry. 2 seconds is a long time to miss out on attacking. Again, I think it's roughly 2 seconds. Going to go for a bit of tower damage. I actually tank it a little bit. Mordekaiser loses the 1v1 to the Kazakhs. He must have been in isolation damage. Go for the Q. Do get the Draven. There is my legendary, everybody. So from a pretty rough game, we are now legendary. The other two that I think we're dealing with the Mordekaiser come over. We're a little bit deep in the enemy base. Kazakhs does pick up a couple kills. Again, he's pretty strong. Going to tank it a little bit. Going to go for it. Vladimir ultimates comes through. Going to just walk away and survive. Unfortunately, obviously can't go for the inhib or anything. I am thinking a little bit greedy here. I'm just going to set a couple of mushrooms and just wait, because if Kazakhs or Vladimir makes the wrong move, there is a chance that we can kill them. We've got the ignite, which means we've got the burst. Kazakhs can see on the map very low mana. Again, remember everybody, what is a big thing that TEEMO should do? Yes, he should put mushrooms in the jungle. Again, it's just part of the kit. Again, a lot of the damage sometimes isn't useful damage, but then every now and then, wait for it, he walks into a mushroom. So there you go. Again, that's why you put mushrooms just randomly in the jungle. That can happen, and it's very good when it happens. So yeah, fantastic. We get another kill, which obviously increases our legendary. So we are now 1 kill in kill spree over a legendary kill spree, which is the biggest kill spree of League of Legends. Again, maybe if they should add more kill sprees. Maybe when you get 10 kills in a row, there should be something more. Because I think a kill spree is 7 or 8. Can't remember exactly. I think it's 7. 7 in a row, you're legendary without dying. But yeah, maybe they need to add more, because that is quite old now. And people are, you know, it is kind of a snowboardy meta, so people are getting a little bit more fed than they used to. Going a bit aggressive on the Kled. He does go for a bit of return damage, but he gets blinded, gets taken nearly down to half health. He goes for a very weird engage. He walks through a mushroom, so he's taking damage right now. He then finds me. I'm in a bush waiting for him, and he will get killed. Oh, he stopwatches. So I don't know if he kind of was inting at that point. That was very weird. He was by himself. There was no one helping him on that engage. He got taken down to nearly half health, and then, you know, whatever. Mordekaiser finishes off the Vladimir by himself. Maybe the Vlad was nearby. That's why he went for that engage. I'm not sure. Maybe that Mordekaiser just saved us all from a big Vladimir ult, and I didn't know. Gonna go finally for the inhibitor now, though, which is great, which will give us pushing power to then go for the side lanes. So we're now 936, 169 farm, so that's pretty good. I don't know what the rest of my farm is in comparison to the rest. Again, worth noting, by the way, the Ezreal's name has Diana in it, so I presume that's a Diana main or one trick, and then obviously the Draven's name had a Nivea in it. So it was two mage mains playing AD carries, it looks like. So that's a bit funny. Gonna go for the Baron. This was a little bit questionable. I wasn't pinging it, someone else was. It's a bit risky. I think we're going to back out of it now that the enemy team are nearby. Set a couple mushrooms here and there. Draven, no idea what that was about. Again, maybe he was tilted. Kha'Zix's going all in for me. We do blind him, making myself survive a little bit longer than I would have. Do die. Mordekaiser in the mix. Kha'Zix's very low health on the side. Ezreal will go for it. Does get the kill. Mordekaiser kills the Kled. This Mordekaiser doing very well this game. Pyke going for a big kill on the Nami. Here he goes. He does flash in front of her. Does the combo without even his ultimate and just one-shots her, basically. Vladimir getting caught by the Mordekaiser probably will go down by him, and there is the ace. And there is most likely the game. But hopefully you guys enjoyed me playing TEEMO. Again, let me know what you think of this style of commentary. Do you prefer the POV, or do you prefer the replay? Again, hopefully you guys wouldn't have minded the music in the background. As I mentioned earlier, couldn't remove it. Again, it was copyright free, so we're fine to upload this. But yeah, hopefully you guys enjoyed. If you did, make sure you hit the like button. Draven gets one shot right there at the end. But yeah, make sure you hit the like button and yeah, comment how you think this game went. I think it went pretty good. We got legendary from a game that was a little bit slow in the early game. We'll have a look at the damage. Again, not going to be the highest damage, obviously, because, you know, my team did very well this game. And again, we did drop down to Diamond 2 at this point. I think I might have mentioned earlier. We did get demoted during the big stream, unfortunately. But yeah, we're bit of a spoiler, we're close to getting back to Diamond 1 already. Waiting for the damage, again, it's always the way that you're waiting in games that you want to see. Pretty sure I probably honour the Maud or the Nocturne, because they kind of had the, Maud, they had the biggest impact this game. And we do level up, so we're now level 170, I think that said. And we gained 16, we're at 948, 169 farm, and damage-wise, we do not bad. If you compare me to the rest of the enemy team, apart from the Kha'Zix, we do more. We do more than my Ezreal, and Ezreal had not a terrible game. So yeah, it was honestly a fine game. We do more than double damage our lane opponent as well. The Kled does less than half. But that's going to be it. If you guys enjoy, throw a like on it, throw a subscribe. See you guys next time. Peace.